and big news to follow on the Panga. We got some big updates coming, some rigging that's coming our way. You'll be excited to see. Well, good morning, everyone. So recently the question has arose, hey Don, how's that 27 Panga coming along? Well, I had little setbacks. I wouldn't call it setbacks, but we had dickens of some cold weather here for 2 weeks straight. Too cold to lay any fiberglass, do any work, and really it's too cold. I didn't want to be out in it. Anyways, we're back after it, and here's where we're at right now. I'll start from the front and work my way back, because that's what I said I was doing. I was going to work my way from the front back. This is the anchor well, the rope locker down inside, and it was horrible. It was so much bubbled fiberglass and sharp edges and you name it that I had to get in there and grind all that out and then lay fresh cloth in there everywhere. I used some 1708 in the edges, and then I put matting over everything. We laid that out nice. Working our way back, we've got the seats cut out, and you can see they got to be gel coated still, but this is all done. I got my holes drilled for my drains. This is going to be seat storage, left and right, front and back. That's great. This boat had no storage in it to speak of. Working our way back, here's our in-floor fish box, our insulated fish box. I built this double well, poured foam in there. We got a drain scupper in the back, if you will, a recessed drain, so when it comes time to clean this thing out, I can really get all the water out of there. I hate standing water in my boats, my bilges, anywhere. I like it to be able to drain out and flush out. Well, here's my gas tank getting ready to put in, and I was about to do that, and I said, you know, I'm gonna have to pour some foam around this thing, keep it moving around, and I don't want the foam running right down into the keel of the boat and impede water flow, make it trap in there, so I'm putting a subfloor in there, and that's where we're at right now. I've cut this. So when you're tackling a job like this, especially when you're working alone, this is a lot to get done in a time frame, the window you have. So have everything prepared in advance. In this case, this is my thickened epoxy, thickened polyester resin, and I've used milled fibers, 1/4-inch milled fibers, not stranded fibers, milled fibers, and I've also added some silica thickeners to that. That's a pretty good thick paste, but yet just enough, runny enough, I'll be able to get it in corners and it'll lay down there nice. And then while this is still wet before it sets up, so I'm not going to kick it hard. I'm just going to, you know, they say 1 to 2% on your MEKP. I'll use the 1%. I want this to stay in there soft, because then while it's still not cured, I'm going to come back with my 1708 and another bucket of polyester resin and a roller, and I'm going to soak that out, and I'm going to run it right over top of this, and then I'll roll it in with my bubble roller so everything lays down flush. Once again, it's underneath the gas tank. Who's going to know? But it's just the way I am. I'm stupid that way. But then it's all one. It's all cured together, and I won't have no issues at all. So, okay, clock's ticking. Okay. It's windy today, and these leaves are going to keep blowing in on me the whole time I'm working, I know. Got my MEK mixed. I'll set you right down here with me for a minute, because I'm just going to start working, and we'll get you going, showing you what I'm doing, and I'm going to move on. I always put a little color in with my resin, not always, but if you get MEK with red dye in it, it's nice because you can see that you've got it mixed. I didn't have any red dye in my MEK, so I just put a little color agent in there. And then I know, hey, I got this mixed up good. So this is all I'm doing. I'm just getting into that corner, as you can see there, and that'll make it lay out real nice when I go to lay my cloth over that. And I also brought a little squeegee with me. And I don't think I'm going to need it, but a lot of times I'll bring a little squeegee just so I can run that in there flat. And I don't think I'm going to need it in this, because I'm just going to I just want it down in there so my cloth will lay flat over it, and it'll make a nice transition there. No edge, no air, no big air bubble underneath it. All right, you see what's going on. I got a lot to do in a short time here, so I'm just going to get after it. good. Let me clean up. I'll explain what I've done. All right, just a quick recap on this small job, really. Putting a subfloor underneath that gas tank because we don't want the foam to go all the way down to the keel. We want water to be able to travel underneath there. And we don't want the moisture getting to the gas tank. I did a lot of work on that gas tank. I got 2 coats of epoxy primer. I have 2 coats of paint. And I want it to last. So there it is. We pre-made our subfloor. We made that out of 1/4 inch Divinisil. And it was glassed on both sides with 1 ounce CSM. I just call that matte with just regular polyester resin, and both sides. Then we just trimmed the edges nice, got the edges off of it, checked fit, it was good. I got a board down in here with a battery sitting on top of it because it had just a little bow to it and I wanted it to stay flat. We added our thickened epoxy to the edges just to make it not a sharp edge here, wouldn't create an air bubble. And then we went over the top with the 1708 tape, 6 inch wide, down both sides. And then we took the bubble roller, the fin roller over that, just to make sure we got all the bubbles out, everything worked into the corners good. So now this is setting up, curing. Next thing I got to do, I got some strips to run along the edges to support the floor, because after we put the gas tank in there and got it all foamed in, then we have to put this floor piece in. We have to have it supported on the bottom edges as much as we did the front right here. We had a lip here, so we were able to screw a piece of Cusa board underneath and put a screw on the other side and hold it level. I don't have that option here because I had to cut it off even with the stringers. So we're going to put a trim board down the edges, screw that, epoxy it to the side, and then screw our floor down onto that. So you wanted to know where the Panga's at? That's where the Panga's at. And big news to follow on the Panga. We got some big updates coming, some rigging that's coming our way. You'll be excited to see. Thanks for joining me. Hope this helps.